Hi there friends, Heather here from Heather's Hikes and Adventures, and we are going to my first official water management district run free Florida boondocking spot. Yeah, that's a mouthful. If some of you might know that Florida doesn't really have typical BLM lands or boondocking like out west and other states do, but we do have water management districts and we do have free camping. It just works a little different. So I'm going to start heading to camp, and I'm going to insert a little clip to show you kind of how the reservation process works to get your free camping permit. I am getting ready to make my reservations, hopefully, for the Hampton Tract at Green Swamp. So I figured I would demonstrate how exactly I get there. Once at the site, you'll select recreation, and then you'll get a list showing the different options that are available to you. And you're going to want to select camping. You can see which ones are currently closed. There are 2 properties that are closed, but the rest of these are all available. And then you'll select whichever one that you're specifically interested in. As you can see, there are tons of properties available, and this is just the Southwest Florida Water Management District. So this is the one that I am booking my reservation through, so I'm going to select that one. And then I'll get more details regarding this specific property here. You can even watch a little video clip of it. It gives you the specific details, tells you when they're open, what the sites feature. As you can see, there are tons of available trails at this particular site. The sites do have picnic tables, fire rings, and grills available. Free reservation is required and must be displayed or available. Now, I did hear going into this that you do not always get the email sent to you with the code and reservation. So I did make sure to have screenshots saved on my phone since I did not get the email, so that I can show that I do have my reservation confirmed when I arrive at the property. And you can see what's required if you have horses. This is an equestrian campground, this particular one, although it's not obviously required to have horses. They do have a vault toilet at this particular location, and then there's a phone number. I did save this phone number in case I had any issues getting in at the gate, because again, I had heard that you don't always get that code, and I'm not really sure what to expect when I actually arrive, since this will be my first time. Now, I wanted to highlight 2 specific spots here that you're going to want to pay particular attention to. You can see an interactive map of the area, which is very helpful. I'm not going to waste your time with that here. I just wanted to point that out. And then this is where you're going to want to go to check your reservation availability. At this point, you're going to be prompted to log in. If you don't have an account, this is where you can make one, which is what I did. And I'm going to skip that process, obviously, because I'm not going to share my personal information with you there. But let's skip ahead and see what happens after I created it and selected the dates that I wanted. All right, you guys. My first successful water management district free reservation has been made. I'm so excited. Florida free boondocking, here we come. I should be getting my permit emailed to me along with the gate code momentarily. Okay, I just arrived and passed the trailhead parking. From what I understand, this is the campground entrance here, so let me see about the code. Okay, I got a message from the Water Management District with the gate code because for some reason my email isn't going through. He said he was going to have it resent, but it still didn't go through. I even checked my junk email. So, anyways, I have the code, so let's see if this works. Okay, well, I got lucky and one of the locks was open. I don't know if it was supposed to be, so we'll see if I can figure out how to get out of here if it's locked on the way out later. But I'm gonna stop now and close it back up. All right, so we are right here right now. And from what I understand, I think this little area is the campground in here. I don't know. I figured it out. That little area right there is the camping area. Okay. This is all hiking, biking, equestrian, all these are trails right here. So, as you can see, there's some hiking trails right off the campground. So it should be nice. Let's go check it out. You can see these are the activities allowed here. You have to yield to pedestrians and equestrians and bike riders. All right, let's do this. As you can see, it's a dirt road that it's down, but it's in really great shape. There's a few potholes, nothing major. I imagine after really, really bad storms, it would be worse, but the road's in great shape. Looks like it's about a mile or two maybe down from the entrance, if I had to guess. And it looks like it's a very, very small area of what makes up all of the trails and the Hampton Tract area of the, which is a very, very small part of the green swamp. So we're just going to be exploring a teeny tiny portion of the green swamp today. And it's actually going to be my very first time hiking and exploring in the green swamp and my first time camping here. So I'm excited. I love that it's down this nice, quiet, private road that is just for hiking, biking, and horses so that there's not a ton of traffic noise and traffic. And it's a relatively small campground from what I understand, so should be, fingers crossed, nice and peaceful and quiet, which, oh my gosh, Lord knows I need after this week, but okay, I just passed a fork in the road and it looked like to the left was for the hiking, biking, and equestrian, part of the trail system. I just continued on straight because I am pretty sure that that's how to get to the campground. Initially, we were supposed to be having our last cold weekend, probably until next winter. But it looks like it's only going to be
in 600 feet, your destination will be on the left.
Thank you, Greta. I know that everybody was missing you. Like I was saying. Okay. Attention campers. No vehicles beyond campground. Equestrian camping to the left. Okay. So I'm going to go to the left. All right, here we are. Wow, it's already pretty busy in here. Let's see if I can find a decent spot that's hopefully not too far from the toilet and or trails. Okay, so I backed in facing this. And I'm thinking maybe Kim can back in facing those trees. Or even just right here on the other side of this and then facing back the same as me. And then we can have the fire pit between us with the clam tent as well. Maybe kind of like right here. I don't know, we'll see. I believe those are the toilets over there. All right, we're doing beef stew, hearty gravy with beef, potatoes, carrots, and peas. This is the before. Let's start cooking. I was gonna do that, but then I realized it expired quite a while ago, so I opted not to. So it's over there to go in the garbage in a minute. This one called for 1 3/4 cup of water, so that's what we just put in. I'm gonna stir it up here and seal it up and then set the timer, and I'll check back in with you in a bit. All right, let's see what we're working with. I mean, it looks like beef stew, right? I always leave it in a little longer than it says. And I don't know if I've told you guys this before as my hack. I think I have. I actually put this when it's sealed inside of my Hot Logic mini bag and zip it up so that it's even extra insulated and stays hot longer. So let's see how this one tastes. I'm still ranking the different ones, and so far the fettuccine alfredo with chicken is way, way above everyone else at the top. So all right, let's taste the beef stew. Good morning, my friends. Here's the view out of Terra. It was really peaceful and quiet last night. I'm going to be trying a new coffee here in a minute. We'll see if it's any good. And I'm going to take you around the campground here in a little bit while it's nice and quiet and kind of show you what we're working with. I really like it here so far. I just needed a day to decompress, so I didn't do any filming once I checked in yesterday. All right, let's go take a look around. As you can see, it's a breezy, cloudy 66. We're going to be getting up to 81 today, but it's going to stay cloudy. Looks like some storms throughout the evening, thunderstorms and rain all night. So I'll definitely put up, oh, excuse my early morning voice. As you can tell, it's been a stressful week for me. My voice issues are a little bit worse than normal again, and as is everything at the moment, but that's a different story for a different day. We're not gonna get into anything negative this weekend. The cold front's coming through, so as you can see, tomorrow we're going to be having a cold and windy day, so I'll probably end up staking my clam down this evening before the storms come through and have the panels on. Smells good. All right, let's go take a look around camp better now. I already kind of showed you my glam setup. I'm gonna put the weather panels on later today as the weather gets ickier. And then Kim's here camping with me too. I think she's still asleep. As you can see, the sun just came up a little while ago. We've got our fire pit right here. Isn't her new awning so cool? I love it. I think I might need to get something like that for my side. All right, let's go take a look at the entrance to camp, and then I'll kind of show you the little loop. If you look down in that direction right there is the vault toilet. There was no toilet paper, BTW, so bring your own. And then that is the trails down there. And then this is the little camping loop. The only place that you can really drive in here. Everything else is for hiking, biking, or horses. And then that is the entrance road that we came in on. There's a little covered pavilion in case you get stuck in the rain. We're gonna take one of those picnic tables and bring it over here later. But this is our whole little area right here. Really nice. Just to give you a better look at the campground from the entrance. Like I said, I think it was about a mile down the road, maybe a little further when you first pull in. Here's a closer look at the camping rules. I'm hoping to make a campfire in that later before the weather gets bad. All right, time to enjoy this. You can see Kim over there with her little awning down so that she can keep her windows open while it's raining and not get wet, which is really nice. I think I need one of those so I can keep my side door open. Well, I'm glad I did not choose this evening to do my very first campfire ever. It wasn't supposed to start raining until about 8 or 9 this evening, and I would have been sorely disappointed. Because that would have fizzled the second I got it going. But the rain was lovely to listen to and to watch. And I got to try out my new screen door, so I'm pleased. We'll do the fire tomorrow night when it's supposed to actually be cold. Good morning, my friends. It rained on and off during the night. Nothing crazy. It's supposed to get real windy later, so we will see how that goes. There's a Home Depot nearby. I think I might actually go get some firewood, since everything's definitely going to be wet and it's going to be cold later. So that's the plan for today. And there's a local lake nearby with lots of ducks that I might check out. But first, coffee. As you can see, we do have blue skies and a sun out there, so even though it's going to be windy, it looks like we are in for a beautiful day. So I'm also going to finally check out the trails that are right here around the campground as well. It's a beautiful morning. It's supposed to get really windy later, so we are going to do a little experiment day there and see how my clam holds up in winds. We're talking sustained of around 20, I believe, for a little while with gusts higher. So I did stake it down, and I do have the weather panels on, so we're going to see how dry it is from last night's rain inside the tent here in a minute, after the little holes from my lake-isode there in the Everglades where it flew into the lake at Monument Lake Campground. There are a couple of teeny holes, so we'll see how weatherproof it is after a night of rain. But anywho, my jackery is running dangerously low, and I do want to get some firewood that's not soaked at Home Depot nearby. So as I was saying, I think that my plan for today is going to be to finish showing you around the campground here at Hampton Tract, which is, again, part of the Green Swamp Wilderness, which is actually a really huge area of like wildlife management restoration, water management district, and I believe it's also co-managed with, in addition to the water management district, I think FWC? I don't know. I'll put it below if I'm wrong. But anyways, it is managed by multiple organizations because of its size. And there are multiple different free campgrounds actually that are associated with this that I'm hoping to try out and bring to you in future videos. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not already and you want to hear more about free camping places here in Florida. But so far I am loving this campground. It was so quiet and peaceful. The only noises that I heard all night and all morning have been either rain or crows and other birds. I even heard a few owls. I think maybe that snag over there or some of these trees is where they were hanging out, but it was too dark to see them. I just know they were close by and that there was 2 of them. So I might try to spot one of those later when I'm wandering around, because I haven't shown you the hiking trails, and coincidentally I am having my hiking fuel right now. I know I've mentioned it before, but Kim my friend who's camping here with me today and has her own very entertaining and informative YouTube channel on camping and traveling and things of that nature herself, out on a limb with Kim. I'll link her channel below too so that you can check her out if you haven't already. But she was nice enough to gift me this mug because she knows I love to hike and she knows I love my coffee, even though she doesn't like coffee herself. Weird. Just kidding. But anyways, more for me, right? That's how I look at people that don't drink coffee. I tell my kids that all the time. Hot chocolate for you guys, more coffee for me. But anyways, see, I got off on my coffee tangent. But I am going to go for a walk here in a minute and check out some of the trails. And then my plan is to hit town. Not too far away here. I think it's about maybe 15-20 minutes. That's another reason I love this campground, is you're right near a town that has everything, but you're far enough removed from it to where you feel like you're not right near town. So I'm gonna run into probably Home Depot and grab some dry firewood since everything around here is definitely soaked today. And let me tell you what a difference a day makes. When I pulled in here on Friday and then all day yesterday, pretty much it was in the 80s. I woke up this morning to 58 and it is now 66, and I believe that is the high today. I don't think it's going to get any warmer. In fact, it's going to start cooling off when the wind picks up. But right now we have the gorgeous sun coming through. So I'm going to take advantage of that and check out some of the trails before I hit town. Then I'm going to go get some firewood. I think I'm going to stop by a local lake or two to see if there's any baby ducklings to take pictures of and share with you, because it's that time of year and there's lots of ducks there, and you know I'm a mother ducker. So I will probably make a duck detour. Please excuse the wind. I hope it's not too loud. I forgot that this sink pump came with these little attachments, so I can push it down on there, and then it's nice and snug. You really gotta work to get it to kind of wobble, unlike before. So I'll keep you guys posted, but I hope that this is a good solution. I totally forgot that I had it sitting in my little garage space, so wish me luck. These are the kind of things I think about in the middle of the night. I also think I'm going to store, since I have my water bungeed in place, I'm just going to slip that right there so that I can store it when it's not in use without having to empty it out in between campsites. And then I can pull it out and hang it like I normally do once I'm at camp. Yay, I love solutions. I really love having this back hatch when the weather's bad. It was really nice, unless the rain is coming in at a slant at all and it's just coming down straight, or it's not too terribly hard, I can keep it open without any of the water getting inside. So it's really nice to be able to listen to the rain and be inside in my cozy bed and just enjoy the sights and sounds without getting wet or worrying about my bedding getting wet. I don't know if any of this sound is even useful right now with as windy as it is, so I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed that staking down the clam keeps it nice and sturdy and that there's no sequel to Lake Gate. So far I'm really impressed with how big of a difference the stakes make. I didn't bring my good ones with me, I forgot, so I just have the little flimsy ones in, and I doubled up on each of the 4 spots, and it's not budging, whereas normally in this amount of wind it would definitely be moving around some. Alright friends, we're running into town nearby, more specifically Lakeland. It's only about 15 miles / 25-ish to 30 minutes. If you turn left here, well, you can't if you're driving your vehicle, but if you turn left, there's some trails there that you can
Head
explore.
southeast toward Rockridge Road.
But we are going to, and then there's some more to the left here. So there's all kinds of different trails that we can explore. Now that the rain is finally cleared out, it is still cloudy, but that's keeping the temps way down. And it is windy. I see evidence of wild hogs on the sides of the trails. I've heard that there's also wild turkey and deer back here, as well as, of course, raccoons, possums, all of those normal types of wildlife. I've seen a ton of birds. So now that it's not raining, I'm hoping to maybe get to photograph some critters before I leave. I am getting some juice to my jackeries that are dangerously low right now. Well, my big one is. My little one is still good, but I want to top that off in case I need to use it as backup for the fridge. Because I do want to make cheeseburgers tonight, so I will need some of that cooking power. I love this campground, and it was really crowded Friday night, and yesterday. Today it is Sunday and everybody has cleared out today. I think most of the people are leaving. There's hardly anybody left. It's at less than half of what it was when we first pulled in. I'll show you when we get back to camp. Right now I'm just going to run those couple of errands that I mentioned earlier and hopefully see some little duckies. And then we're going to head back to camp, get set up, and hopefully get a fire going. It's not as windy as I thought it was going to be, and it's drier. So as soon as I hopefully pick up some wood at Home Depot, we will be all set for my first fire. I kind of feel like I'm cheating bringing actual firewood instead of like just downed wood, but I know everything here is just soaked right now on the ground. So a fire is a fire is a fire. Am I right? All right, I broke out. That's positive. Chances are good I can break back in when I come back. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, it's a little drizzly out still, and it's very windy. I could tell as soon as I got on the road, man. Those trees at camp were really acting as a good windbreak. Anywho, I just stopped at Lowe's Home Improvement, and I was kind of scoping it out to see if there were any no overnight parking signs too, as a potential emergency backup place in the area if I ever need one. I'm not seeing any, and it looks nice and clean, huge parking lot, so has potential. FYI, it's the one in Lakeland, Florida. But aside from that, I did pick up a bundle of firewood that is nice and dry. So we are going to head over to Panera to pick up an order that I just made for brunch/lunch, so that I only have to use my battery for cooking my burger later. And I think we're all set. I was going to stop by the lake, but with the weather and as windy as it is, it's not good birding weather or photography weather. So we're just going to head back to camp once we're done at Panera. There's pretty horsies by the horse trailers right now. They weren't there earlier. This is definitely a very horsey trail. All right, time to get back to camp. I think I might wander down far enough to give this trail a try. That seems like one I want to walk down later. And I think it's pretty close to camp. Let's see. Yep, here's the curve right here to get to camp. So that's not too far at all. And I was going to check down there to hike anyways later. So we'll see. We'll see how the weather cooperates. Oh, and I see my tent. And I see Kim. Now let me get back positioned by the fire pit, and fingers crossed this goes as well as I'm hoping it does later. Alright guys, be ready to be in awe of my holy crap superior strength. And by that I mean I'm gonna kill myself here. Alright. Ooh, it's windy. I think I might have to put a little bit of music over this. I definitely see hoof prints from horses. And again, these are all multi-use trails here for, as the sign says, hiking, biking, and equestrian use only. Beautiful pine wood hammock. There are definitely tons of gorgeous hardwoods in here. Some beautiful mature oaks, tons of pine trees. And again, we are hiking through the Green Wilderness Swamp area, which is an enormous wildlife management area managed by multiple agencies here in Florida. The trails are in great condition though. You can either walk in a shaded one like this or on the sugar sand that Florida is known for out in the open scrub. Here we see some of the swampy area that gives this area its name. Oh, just such a beautiful day for hiking. Alright, I didn't show you much of the trail since it didn't really vary a whole lot. But definitely a beautiful walk on a beautiful day. And I love that there's so many trail options that you can get to right from camp, so you don't have to move your vehicle at all. Anybody else just love the way the sunlight dapples through the trees? So peaceful. And there's Tara waiting for me. This is definitely big rig friendly here. You could pretty much fit any type of rig that you wanted at this campground. Lots of options, lots of privacy, nice and quiet. Super close to town, but still away from all the traffic and hustle and bustle. Here we can see evidence of the little horsies. All right, let's see what we're working with. I've got my green tea from Panera. And then we've got the Beijing beef and orange chicken and fried rice. And of course, a fortune cookie. So I am ready to dig in. Look at that, Heather, you did that. I did it.
You made fire.
I am woman.
Good morning, friends. I had an extremely restful and great night's
I'm just warming up in the early morning sunlight here, since it's shining right on me right now, while I answer comments and emails and stuff like that. It really is a gorgeous morning. I could not have asked for a more beautiful 24 hours. The whole weekend actually was perfect. The clouds and the rain and the wind kept the temps down when it was in the 80s, and then yesterday was just gorgeous. So, and it emptied out. The campground is less than half of what it was when I arrived on Friday. So, I can't imagine you'd probably have the place all to yourself in summer once the off season starts, since this is the busy season right now. I can tell you I'm definitely looking forward to trying out some more of the Southwest Florida water management properties, as well as some of the other water management district properties in the other areas of the state, because this was a fantastic first experience. I'm going to go wander here in a bit with my coffee after I sit outside for a little while, since everyone is still sleeping. And then I think I'll wander for a little bit since it's still chilly. I don't have to worry about it getting too hot. And then I gotta head back to work. As you guys can see, I've killed my Jackery. So I have my fridge hooked up to my little one this morning. And it hasn't pulled up. It's only gone from 70 to 67 this morning since it's been chilly. But I was not willing to sacrifice my morning coffee. So this was a good learning experience for me on how long I can stay off grid between charging it all. And I'm all packed up, stowed away, except my coffee cup. And ready to hit the road again. On the road again. All right, friends, I'm packed up and loaded up. Tara's packed up and loaded up. Camp is all broken down, and we are ready to pull out of the Hampton Tract of Green Swamp Wilderness, which is, again, managed by Southwest Florida Water Management District and is absolutely 100% completely free. You just have to get that permit saying that you are allowed in, get the gate code. Don't worry if it doesn't get emailed to you. You can call and get it. And it is a fantastic place. So I hope you've enjoyed camping with me on my first free, authentic Florida boondocking experience. There will be many more to come, so make sure you're subscribed. As always, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll be seeing you on the next adventure. Bye!